The Gaza Health Ministry, which is controlled by Hamas, says at least 52 people have died in overnight airstrikes across the Gaza Strip. It says 31 were killed in one strike on a former school housing displaced people. The Israeli military said it targeted militants operating from that building.
Most people were asleep when this building became a target overnight. Israel carried out an airstrike on this former school in Gaza City. It reportedly served as a shelter for displaced people. Gaza health authorities say that dozens were killed in the strike, mostly women and children. But Israel says high-ranking terrorists were sheltering in the building, planning attacks on Israeli targets. Some who sought shelter and lost relatives in the attacks, however, say there were no men in the building.
We woke up from our sleep, they woke up, and found the whole place in flames. My nephew started screaming, "Mom, get me out, get me out." My sister couldn't get him out, she couldn't help him. She could only rescue her two injured daughters. An indescribable sight. Body parts, charred people, the smell of sulfur, smell of charring. I swear to God, our hearts have died. This is how we are shaken. Our nerves are damaged. We're exhausted. We're tired by God. Enough.
Israel has recently extended its attacks on the Gaza Strip again and vowed to control big parts of the territory within the next weeks. This has sparked criticism from many countries. So has the month-long blockade of aid to Gaza that was just lifted last week. But at the moment, Israel is letting in only a fraction of the needed goods, which causes scenes like this, showing the level of desperation and the lack of basic needs like food and water. And people also fear new attacks on zones that are supposed to be safe.
We can now cross live to Gaza and speak to Dr. Eyad Amawi, the director of the Gaza Relief Programme. That's a local initiative that coordinates the distribution of humanitarian aid. Mr. Amawi, international pressure on Israel is growing. Are you seeing any lessening in the intensity of airstrikes in the Strip?
Firstly, thank you for hosting me. Yes, we touch the public opinion in the Western countries. It changed a lot, and there's increasing pressure over the Israeli side. But really, as the Israeli announced yesterday, we faced more than 200 airstrikes within last 24 hours, with more casualties, and especially within our children and elderly people. So the reality here, over the ground, nothing changed for the intensifying airstrikes, especially after the midnight hours.
Now, are you able to deliver aid to the people, actually, wherever they need it in Gaza?
Look, we still face struggles. We haven't enough aids to distribute like the previous time. The 130 trucks, it's not making any tangible change here in the catastrophe. So the situation is worsening more and more. The Israeli just announced they lit the trucks, but at over the ground, the reality, nothing changed here. And as you see in your reports, the crowded people attack the trucks to get some foods. Really, we are facing a famine, and the level of starvation is undescribable, especially within the sector of the children and elderly people here, and who is suffering from the chronic disease also.
Do you know, actually, if there is more aid that is stuck at the border?
Look, that's true. More than 3,000, as the United Nations mentioned that before, with the Guterres mentioned that yesterday, more than 3,000 trucks that is crowded and still waiting the permission from the Israeli side to let it come into the Gaza. And any new proposal that is put over the table, it's not acceptable from the United Nations because it haven't any right manner to distribute the people and to achieve everyone in the Gaza Strip. And if you hope, I will talk about this with less more half minute if you have.
Now, Israel plans to create so-called sterile zones where Gazans could go to receive aid. Do you think this plan would improve the situation?
Look, it's unacceptable and illogical map because over the ground here, the new charity that they published, their proposal, haven't any resources over the ground or any employee or any warehouses. If you compare this proposal with the reality over the ground, with the WFP, UNRWA, and any others, United Nations, that who has excellent experts from more than 50 years, there's no comparison. So we expect the failure for them before they began anything. Here, the starvation and the famine need urgently interventions. We haven't enough time to wait and facing the horribles and seeing our children die day by day, not by the airstrike, just also by the famine.
Thank you very much. Eyad Amawi in Gaza. Thank you very much.
You are welcome also. Thank you.